Hello, innovators. Mr. Minnick here, helping students use the Trinket.io website to create a Trinket Python program. I assume you already have an account. So when you visit Trinket.io in a web browser, you make sure that you've scrolled up to look in the upper right-hand corner of the page. Click Login. Do not click Sign Up here, nor in the middle of the page. Click Login. Type in the email address or username that you use to log in. And once you're logged in, you come to a screen like this. I recommend that you just always click on your username in the upper right corner and click My Trinkets to go to a view where either in the grid view, which gives you boxes like this, or the list view, you can see anything that you've saved previously in this account. Sometimes you'll have demos that Trinket has given to you, such as the famous A Turtle in Space. You could open up one of those demos and immediately click the Run button to interact with it. But today we're going to make our own project. So I'm clicking on My Trinkets here to go back, or I could click on my username again and click My Trinkets to go back to the view where I can see any existing projects. So today I'm clicking making a new Trinket, a new Python program by clicking New Trinket here, and the object of this video is to show you how to create a plain Python Trinket. So when you click the word Python there, as I just did, oh my, you have a blank screen. There are no puzzle pieces here, blocks as we sometimes call them, that you might have experienced in a different type of project at Trinket. This is pretty much all you get, not much. Now you can always go to Help or Learn. And if you go to Learn and leave that page there, you may want to click Start Learning and learn all you can in the free lessons area of Trinket.io. There are a lot of commands that you're learning here by clicking through this lesson called A Visual Introduction to Python. The main character is Tina. Tina is a turtle, and you get to click the Run button and learn all about Tina as she draws on the screen there to the far right. But today we're just going to follow me. You're going to follow me in this video. So once again, I'm clicking here to go back to My Trinkets, and I'm clicking New Trinket in Python. I didn't save that last one. It was untitled and I never did anything. So here we are again. We're not going to learn. We're not going to the help area. We're trying to remember what you might have already learned from a lesson or two, perhaps in a workshop. That's always a good idea to put your name in a comment, a hashtag comment at the top of your code window. And practically for everything that I am teaching here, you need to type the import turtle command. More explanation about that later. But once you've done that, you can do a lot of neat commands like turtle.forward. Notice how when I type turtle dot, you sometimes get tips that pop-ups that pop up to help you. In this case, the word forward was not there, so I'm just supplying knowledge there to type forward parentheses 100, meaning 100 pixels. Immediately I'm going to click Run because I'm so excited to see what happens. And the turtle was here at what we call the point 0, 0, and the turtle was pointed to the right, and therefore it moved forward from that initial position 100 pixels from right here to right here. So apparently that is 100 pixels. If I were to change that to 200 here and immediately click Run, this is 200 pixels. Takes you to the edge of the screen, in fact. If I were to type -100, if you know what negative numbers are, that's a backward move, still pointed to the right, as you can see with that arrow. So there are a few aspects of the forward command. I now hit the Enter key on my keyboard when I'm to the right of that parenthesis. I now can type another line of code, and I can turn left 90 degrees, as you might have learned in math class. And when I click Run, it highlights this in red. Even though it ran the whole computer program up until that point, it stumbled on this line of code. And it's highlighted in pink, and there's also an error message down here that's sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not so helpful. But the name turtle is not defined. Oh, hopefully you've already caught my mistake. I had 2 T's in the word turtle, and everything that you've probably learned from either me or someone else is that turtle is spelled with 1 T, and turtle is very important here in Python. So with turtle spelled correctly, I click Run, and the turtle, if you see it saw at the end there, did make a turn of a left turn, in fact, of 90 degrees. Now we could hit the Enter key and type turtle.forward again. I'm going to show you another trick. We can highlight this line of code, which is what I want to type again, and I right-click with my mouse in the blue area and click Copy. Then I single-click here on the next line, which is now apparently line 7. I right-click and click Paste. I now have a copy of that line of code pasted here, so I don't have to retype it. I click Run, and I do see that the code is running, executing, as we sometimes say, from top down. So this forward comes after the left turn, and that's why it's going up the screen, because of the left turn that it made. I'm now going to highlight this line of code and copy it and paste it there. Oh, whoops, that's not going to work. So I click my cursor there. I hit the Enter or Return key on the keyboard. Move it there. Okay, I run the program, and it gives me an error message again. This time, it's not because turtle is misspelled. I'm scrolling down to see what the error message is. Oh, it's a syntax error, which means I spelled something wrong. Bad input on line 8. Bad input, you might not know what that means. And I'll pretend that I don't know either. There is no input, in a sense. Oh, we didn't even misspell anything. The bug, in other words, the error in the computer program here, is the fact that I indented the word turtle, even just one little teeny tiny space. That's not allowed in Python. I must back that up, hit the delete key on the keyboard perhaps, line all these up, and now I can click Run, and it works. Okay, this time I'm going to highlight 2 lines of code, right-click, copy, perfectly hit the Enter key or Return key on the keyboard, move my cursor there, right-click, paste. I'm going to do it again, right-click, paste. I now have 4 forwards and 4 left 90-degree turns. And when I run this, it's a box. It's a square, in fact. I'm finished with this example as far as the code goes. Oh, this whole time it hasn't been saved. So I'm going to click Save. But the name is not a very good name. The name of this Trinket Python program is called Untitled. I'm going to click in that area and give it a better name, like my initial. Let's pretend that my initial is the letter 0, the letter O, rather. So this is let's just pretend this is my last name initial. Now my project is named my initial. It's saved, but I'm going to save it one more time. By the way, if you want to share it with your instructor, your teacher, or just a friend, you can click the share button and click email and type in that person's email address. You would type your name. And as long you can't change this, Hopefully, you had typed in the right email address in the My Settings area previously. Right now, I'm not going to click Send. That would be sending it to myself. In this case, I don't need that. But if you click Send, this would go to the person whose email address you typed there. They would know that it's from you at a better email address that works for you. In this case, I'm going to click the X to not send it. And keep in mind that you can come here to My Settings and change the email address at any time to something relevant for you. I'm not going to update it. I'm going to just simply go back to my Trinkets area. And now I closed that Trinket. It's not open any longer. But there it is. I had named it. I can open it again by clicking on the entry there. We see it again. And I can save it as many times as I'd like. This, of course, would delete it. I don't want to delete it. And one last tip. If you want to make a copy of something like this, my initial, you click Copy. When you click Copy, you're now changing the copy. I'm going to add an extra line of code here. Turtle.shape, double quotes, turtle, and watch this. Now I have a cute little turtle instead of an arrow. And one more upgrade, turtle.color, red in double quotes. I save it, I run it, and it's a red turtle. I'm going to choose a better name than this by clicking in this area. I'm going to type my initial with upgrades, deleting out the copy of that was put there for me. One last save to be safe. So I'm happy with this as an upgrade. I'm going to click on My Trinkets here to see that right in here with all my other examples that I've done before. The original version that did not have the shape of a turtle nor an interesting color, as well as this version that I just updated a few seconds ago. I can open up either one, go back to My Trinkets and open up the other one and run them as long as I'd like. To learn more about Python, either find an instructor like me, use Google, perhaps go to the Learn area or Help area of Trinket. But there's a lot of exciting future that you have left to explore and experience and improve the world by writing Python computer programs. Have a great day.